Good afternoon and Happy New Year, and welcome to the Happy Half Hour. I'm Leigh Kubin, Master Certified Life Coach and Mindset Coach.
And I am Sandra Priestley. And so far today, I'm still a leadership coach and a feng shui practitioner. I may change what I call myself
Okay.
for 2023, but I'm not settled on it yet. So, it'll be a surprise. I'll talk about it when I do.
Oh,
So
yay.
exciting. I
And
know. So
somehow,
happy New Year.
Happy New
You are coming to me live from
New
the
Orleans, Louisiana.
and the most amazing penthouse.
This place is
I
unbelievable.
I love, like, I am obsessed with the brick behind you.
Oh, it's all over the place.
It's
Um,
so
and it's
pretty.
so cool getting up here because you go through these little bitty staircases and doors, and it's just this little
Mhm.
maze. And then you go through another door, and then all of a sudden you walk up on that thing right behind me. You walk up into that and
Yeah.
you see all of this. And
Oh,
it just, when we got here Friday, walking in, it was like, oh, there was something familiar. And I don't know what it was, but it just
mhm.
felt good when I walked in. Now I'm
Yeah.
100% sure this place is haunted, but
Oh,
they're very nice ghosts, I'm assuming, because they've left us alone.
nice. Nice. Awesome. And you went on a ghost tour
We
last
did.
night?
We went on a ghost tour last night. Last night was our 25th wedding anniversary, or yesterday was. And
Mhm.
that's really what we came here for. But yeah, we went on this ghost tour and we had this amazing what do you call him? Tour guide.
Oh,
And we saw some creepy shit.
really?
I think the coolest thing about the tour was the picture that he painted of New Orleans. You
Yeah.
hear, oh, there's crime and and I can't tell you how many people were like, oh, be careful, be careful.
Really?
Yeah, but he was talking about what a melting pot this truly is, and
Mm,
how there's so many different people here, and they're all one.
nice.
And he just painted this picture, and it made me go, "Oh, I love this place."
Mhm.
And it's been amazing. It has. Yeah, we're going home tomorrow, so we have one more day to go play.
Oh, nice.
But it's been
What
amazing.
a fun way to spend your anniversary.
Well, when we got married on New Year's Eve, that's what we said. There will always be a party, and there really is in New Orleans.
No kidding. Oh my gosh, I love it. So, did you drink everything last night or are you drinking today? Because um I am having Bailey's, s'mores Bailey's and coffee today for our podcast.
That sounds amazing. Yeah, I am drinking leftover Prosecco from last night with
Nice.
Empress gin in it.
Oh, yum.
So
Emperor
here's to
gin.
2023.
Cheers.
Hopefully,
Cheers. Oh my
good
gosh, I
stuff.
love it.
But I do want to tell you, um, it's life cycle time, January 1st.
Your book. I forgot that you read this book every single January.
Yeah. So I'm in a 6-year cycle this year, which is really, it's about relationships. It's about healing. It's new beginnings, wrapping
Mhm.
up, kind of not like a 9-year, but I'm preparing myself for that
Hmm.
next thing.
I
And
need this book, but I am dyslexic, so I don't read books.
well, the thing
And
about this book is it's a few pages. So
you
you
just kind of use it like a manual?
kind of, so I look up the 6-year cycle and I
Mhm.
read that, and it's 3 pages,
Okay.
and then starts in January and it runs
Okay.
in February. So it takes you all the way through the year. So
Oh,
you kind of get an overview of what your year is going to look like. But the
based on the date that you were born?
numerology, uh-huh, yeah.
Okay.
And then you go month by month because the big picture isn't the whole day to day.
Mhm.
When you can see it as a big picture, it just makes sense.
I
Uh,
love it.
And
And do you feel that it is true? Like in hindsight, do you feel that it is true?
yes, And we've repeated the cycles. So we've lived the same years, because
Mhm.
it gets to 9 and then you start over again. And they all
Okay.
look different, but there is like when I started reading this, it's very important for me this year to be in the middle. I don't need to be too far to the right, too far to the left, in
Mhm.
any view. Um, I need to really be in the middle so I can understand both sides.
I
Because,
totally love this book.
oh yeah. And so
Already.
that's my work, I think, this year is to really be centered in what the truth is and not making up stories.
Love it.
And last night when we were in the French Quarter after the ghost tour, we wandering around there a little bit, and this man comes by and he hits me on the head with
What?
something, not like it hurt. It was
Okay.
something soft, but it like he hit me in the head. And my first thought was, oh my God, he just put a curse on me. That was the first thing and I was like, oh my God, oh my, of course we had just finished the ghost tour.
Right.
But
Right.
then it occurred to me, but what if he put a blessing on you? And
Mm.
that felt good,
Yeah. And so did you
regardless,
ask him what he did or what?
because he hit me and he ran.
That's
Yeah,
weird.
a little weird, but I was like, oh, a blessing feels better. So
Yeah.
that's the story I'm going to tell.
Love
That's
it.
my job all year is to tell the good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What about you? What are you up to on New Year's Day?
Do you know what? I used to do from the time that I could remember, I used to set New Year's resolutions
Mhm.
and it was just fun, right? And then there was a period of time where I, really chose to believe that New Year's resolutions for the majority of the people, they don't work, you
Mhm.
know?
Yep.
And most people let them go or they forget what they are or whatever. And so I started doing word of the year.
Hmm.
But you know what? Unless I put my word of the year somewhere, like one year I put bold and it was above my door in my office, then I remembered it. But a lot of times I don't remember it. And so this year I chose to do something different. So on New Year's Eve, I always look back at the full year and I think, what am I most grateful for? And quite frankly, usually it's the tough times.
Mhm. Yeah.
It's the hard conversations. It's the things that I struggled with moving through. It's all of the fear. It's all of the things that I worried about so much and I worked through and they worked out
And
in some way. I mean, not everything works out, but like what I've taken from it, I'm so grateful for the good and the bad that led me to the good.
yeah.
And
Oh,
so I do that every single year. And then I also look at what did I want to achieve that I didn't, and why didn't I? And what will I choose to take from it and learn from and do something different? So this year I'm doing something completely different. And it's scary as fuck, but it's exciting as fuck too.
yeah.
So I decided that I was going to do a combination of a word, but I was going to put the word into action as of January 1st. And my word is commitment or committed.
Oh,
And I was going to have a New Year's resolution to do journaling every fucking morning. Like to create sort of my own miracle morning, my own
yeah.
millionaire's morning kind of a thing, like kind of a structure. Because when I looked back at 2022, I realized that a lot of the things a lot of my goals that I didn't hit were because I sat in this fucked up mindset for too long.
Mm.
And I kind of, I went to this place of, wait a minute, what story do I want to tell? But I felt like I quickly went back. And it was like this constant all day long of shit, that's a story I don't want to tell. Let's tell a better story. Now I'm back there. Let's go again. And it was this back and forth. And so what I decided to do was the journaling and the belief ethics that I'd worked on with Jana Kingsford all 2022 work. They work. They make the subconscious shit conscious. And the subconscious mind is what controls our behaviors 95% of the time. So the thing is I would avoid doing the belief work. I would avoid doing the journaling and then struggle. I was just doing it harder. I can do this in 5 minutes. There was no reason but resistance. So what I decided to do, and I announced in my newsletter last night, like literally I thought about this at about 11 o'clock yesterday morning, and I launched it at 11 o'clock last night. I am doing something called the Power Project. And it is regaining my personal power, and anyone that wants to come with me can. And I am committed, my word of the year is committed, and I'm committing to every fucking day, 365 days a year of this year in a row of showing up in that private Facebook group and journaling every day.
Yeah.
And I'm going to share like everything, all of the behind the scenes, because what I'm noticing is that there's kind of in the coaching world, it's like, if you're a coach, don't share the nasty bits until you have worked through it and you've got all the answers. And I think, while that's good, because, I always want to be inspiring.
Right.
I don't ever want to be like
is not inspiring.
every downer kind of thing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think there's magic in me sharing some of the thoughts that I go through and how the process that I go through in order to get out of them.
Yeah. Because we
Like
all
that's
go through
real.
them.
Yes.
It's a normal part of the
Every
process.
single person. And the people who are following me seem to think, well, she can do it and I can't do it. And it's like, I'm on this mission to show everyone that they can too.
Yeah.
But it's a commitment to the practice. Like, and it's a commitment to myself. So me having this Facebook group, like, I don't give a shit if it's the only me.
Yeah.
I'm showing up like there's 1,000 people in that group.
Yeah.
Because it's important to me to commit to this practice, like to kind of go on this 365-day quest of self-discovery, of personal power, of, really digging into that subconscious and reprogramming it. And then seeing where I am this time next year.
You're going to shift your energy through this.
Totally.
Because we can say all day long what we want to feel and who we want to be and what we want to create. But if we don't feel it, if we're just saying it, it's not the same. And
Right.
that's, I think, where the breaking point where people think, well, I'm saying it over and over again and it's not happening. Well, it's because you might be saying the words, but you can feel in your body.
Yes.
If you're in alignment with it or not. And so many times we're not. We're saying, but we're not. And there's that little voice in there going, liar. Fraud.
Yes, exactly.
And then and then it won't show up.
Or I buy into it for a little bit. I'm just like, oh shit. Okay. Yes. What do I want to create? What do I create? And I can feel that, but it's like my default is to go back to the fear, right? And it's this constant sort of battle between fear and faith.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the problem is the little shit that your subconscious mind tells you in the back of your mind, you don't always know what it is. So it's almost like, I don't know, like putting a nice, pretty dress over top of it, right?
Yeah.
Over top of these like negative thoughts that I don't even know are there. So when I can do this practice of just reprogramming my subconscious mind and going, I don't know, let's say I wanted to create I wanted to sign up 5 women for coaching. And I think, oh, wouldn't this be amazing? And I can feel into it and I can create the feeling of like what it would be like to work with 5 totally new women for the year. And then it's like, in the back of my mind, it's that's not going to happen. And I know that I'm hearing that, but there's shit underneath it that we don't always know, right?
Yeah.
It's like, and so if we create it and we decide, what does that mean? Well, it means I'll be really busy. It means that I might not be able to take a day off. It means like just uncovering all this shit and not making it mean anything. Just, oh, wait, this is my subconscious stuff.
Yeah.
Thank you for showing up. And now we reprogram.
Because all that's bullshit. And
It's bullshit.
when I find myself doing the same thing, I'm like, why do you believe this shit? Like, why? And then I'm wanting to go down that rabbit hole of where did I learn it and why? And then I'm like, who fucking cares? Start telling
Right.
like, let it go. You
Right.
don't have to go back and fix it.
Yeah.
Fix it from here.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's the thing, is that the stuff that our subconscious mind believes is just such garbage. Like, I mean, man, I have come out of those belief ethics reprogramming with some like shockers.
Mhm.
And it comes from like decades ago.
And
Decades
some of
ago.
it is stories that we made up when
Right.
something happened. Then
Right.
we make that situation mean something that wasn't true because probably we didn't even ask for clarity on it. We just assumed this is what it means. And then we carry it with us like it's truth until we're fucking 50 years old.
Exactly.
I know.
Exactly. And if we don't kind of dig at it, like I'm not really one to say, got to dig and dig and dig and, unearth all of this stuff every single day and be in pain every single day because you're looking and re-traumatizing yourself. But whenever I do that process, I just assume if it makes me feel like shit, it's a lie.
Yes.
And that just feels so good to me. If it makes me feel like shit, it's a lie. But I just want to uncover and see, oh, what's there? And it's a lie. And like you said, where does it come from?
Mhm.
Sometimes it comes from like the most ridiculous places, like grade 4,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
Grade 4 and situations that don't even matter, people that I have never seen since, you know.
And we
So
all do that. But once we're
yeah,
aware, we can let it go.
exactly. So that's my New Year's, like the way that I'm choosing to step into 2023 is a more powerful state than I think I ever have, and a more committed
Mhm.
state than I think I ever had. And even though last year in 2022, I had committed financially and I committed to a coach, and that was so good. And I learned so much about myself and I uncovered who I was. This is different.
Mhm.
It's like a different type of personal power that I feel like I am in control of
Yeah.
myself. So I'm super excited about that. So tell me what your 2023 is going to look like.
I think it's going to be a year of change. I think it's going to be work. But I think all the pieces are falling into place. And
Nice.
my job is to be patient and not force anything, because when we get to this has to happen, and it has to happen this way. And what am I not doing? And then we start pushing.
Yeah.
I don't get what we want. Things don't turn out because
Pushy energy, not good. No, exactly.
so, but I'm feeling excited about giving myself permission to go, stop it. Don't push, allow it.
Yeah.
It feels right to me, like in my body, when I think about going through that process this year, it doesn't seem scary or am I going to be able to do it? It's like, you know how to do this. You've done this
Yeah.
before.
I love it. I
And
love it.
I'm
And
like,
that allowance piece is so huge, right? And it's sometimes difficult to do. It's difficult because we've been conditioned our whole lives to think, oh, I've got to work hard. I've got to make this happen. I want this to happen right now. Patience is difficult for most of us,
Yeah.
but one of the other things that I've chosen to do this year that I forgot to mention too is I am focusing more on not even smaller goals. Last year, and in the last or one of the podcast episodes, I guess that's coming up, I talked about how I had like this big, huge goal, and it was so big that I couldn't really feel into it.
Uh-huh.
And this year, I've decided that it's a year of enjoying the process and just allowing whatever results to happen. I'm just enjoying the process, and my focus is on the process more so than whatever happens, how it happens. And even with this daily project that I'm doing, it's more about just doing it for myself. And if someone wants to come along, great. And if they don't, that's fucking okay, because it's all me. It's what I'm doing for me.
Yeah.
And I hope other women come along, because I think what a cool experiment. What a cool way to have more women feel more personal power.
Yeah.
But it's about just enjoying every day and enjoying the process
Yeah.
more so than, did I hit my goal? Did I not hit my goal? What did I, like in a total analysis of every fucking moment.
But it's going to make you feel good. And
Yes.
that's all you want anyway, because that's where all the stuff is.
That's where all the manifestation is, right?
Yeah.
It's when it's the same as feng shui. Like if you feel good in your home,
Yeah.
you're going to manifest the things that you want, the life that you want. And so, yeah, I'm excited. Today is
Yay.
day 1 of 365.
Oh, it's good stuff. Well, I think we're done because we were just popping in. I think we probably went longer than we anticipated.
Oh goodness, yes. And you need to get back to New Orleans.
Yeah, we got shopping to do.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
happy New Year, Sandra. Thank you.
Happy
And
New
thank
Year
you for
to
this.
you.
And happy New Year's, guys. We will see you Thursday on the Happy Half Hour. Bye.
Bye.